Okay, so I'm going to make this video. All right, so here, listen. First of all, before I even get into it, calling Israel Adesanya the greatest middleweight of all time is fucking laughable. Chael Sonnen, you just hate Anderson Silva. I like you. I like your videos. I watch them all the time. I'm a fan. But you just don't like Silva, bro. Come on now. That's fucking putting Adesanya above Anderson Silva is fucking is laughable, bro. Listen, man. Anderson Silva has the longest title reign in the history of the company. Okay? He has the longest win streak in the history of the company. He is the second most consecutive title defenses with 10 in the history of the company. He also has the most title defenses in the history of the middleweight division with 10. Adesanya has 4. He's got the most finishes in middleweight history. And he's got the longest he's got the longest win streak ever. So putting him over bro, that's like putting fucking Prince Nassim Hamed over Manny Pacquiao, if you want to take it to boxing. That's fucking hysterical to me. But that being said, Adesanya is the most overrated fucking fighter in the history of the UFC. I love how all these, and real quickly, I love how all these boxing channels, some of which used to be my friends till I found out they were two-faced pieces of shit, are all of a sudden UFC experts, although they've never fucking thrown a kick before. Okay? You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And to their credit, some of them, at least some of the boxing channels know their UFC, but not really. None of the UFC channels don't know shit about boxing. But at least, so I'll give them a credit, at least some of them kind of know their UFC, some of the boxing channels. But now before I get into Adesanya in particulars, like I say, Chelsea, I can't believe you. Oh man, putting Adesanya over Anderson. So that's like, bro, that's like putting fucking Errol Spence over Oscar De La Hoya, man. Like, no. So Adesanya, and I'm gonna also check one thing. Robert Whittaker did not win the fight last night. It was 3-2 one way or the other. Nobody won that fight 4 rounds to 1. If you scored that fight 4 rounds to 1 for either guy, Whittaker or Adesanya, you don't know how to score an MMA fight properly. Okay? Like I say, Johnny is well-versed in his MMA just like he's well-versed in his boxing. All right? That's another. Nobody won that fight 4 to 1. There was 4 clear-cut rounds, and the second round was a toss-up. All right? All right. Adesanya won the first and the third clearly. Whittaker won the fourth and the fifth clearly. The iffy round was the second round. I gave it to Adesanya, but it was a close round. So I had Adesanya winning 3-2. If you said it was 3-2 Whittaker, I wouldn't argue with you, but nobody won that fight fucking 4 rounds to 1, people. Nobody. But back to my point is Adesanya is the most overrated. The only guy I can think of that has been more overhyped, overpraised, overprivileged in UFC history is a Prime McGregor. Because Prime McGregor was getting away with the same shit that Adesanya was getting away with. He was fighting midgets that he had a fucking 8-inch reach advantage and a 4, 5, 6-inch height advantage over. And people are like, well, they're the same weight, bro. Get the fuck out of here. They're called weight classes, not height classes. Yeah, because you're draining yourself. You're a 6'4" man fighting people that are 5'10". If you ate a fucking cheeseburger, you're in the next weight class above. All right? So I don't want to hear nothing about how they're too big for him and all that. Fuck out of here. It's the exact same thing Conor McGregor was doing early on in history. Exact same thing. The exact same thing. draining yourself to fight midgets. Well, I mean, the middleweights aren't midgets, but you get my drift. Same comparison. You're draining yourself down to a weight class you don't belong in so you can have a draconian fucking height and reach advantage over everybody. McGregor did it. Adesanya did it. Okay? Exact same fucking thing, period. Now, these are facts. You can't argue with them. They're called facts. Okay? For all you little Adesanya dick riders out there, they're called facts, people. Facts. Not fanboy fantasies, facts. So let's go through some of Robert Whittaker's. Yeah. And the other thing is how the fuck, and then you're going to say, well, Adesanya beat Silva. He was literally 43 years old. He was literally 43 years old. All right? So let's go through some of Adesanya's ridiculously large height and reach advantages over some of his opponents. Robert Whittaker, he has a 5-inch height advantage and a 7-inch reach advantage. Marvin Vettori, it's a 4-inch height advantage and a 6-inch reach advantage. All right? Paul Acosta, who I can't stand him either. I'm not defending him. He had a 4-inch height advantage and an 8-inch reach advantage over. Yoel Romero, 6-inch height advantage and a 7-inch reach advantage. And Romero beat him, by the way. Let's not get that fucking mistaken either. That was a robbery. And though I know the fight last night was questionable as well, but Romero beat him also. All right? And then the great Kevin Gastelum, the fucking LA dude, the LA Mexican skater boy. He had a 7-inch height advantage and an 8.5-inch reach advantage over. Those are called facts, people, not fanboy fantasies. This dude is the most overrated fucking fighter in the history of the UFC, period. And this is the type of shit that I'm showing you right now that happens to Adesanya when he fights people his own size. He's going life and death with fucking guys that are half his size. Again, Whittaker, Vettori, Romero beat him. He's going life and death with people that are half his size. When he fights people his own size, he gets fucked up. Fucking ridiculous. I can't believe, I can't believe that people, don't understand this shit. It's not rocket science. It's not that fucking hard, people. Oh, my God. Can somebody shoot this fucking broad? I'm sick of these fucking commercials, too. Bang, bang. Shoot the dog. Bang, bang. Shoot the gay boyfriend. Bang. Shoot this queer. Bang. Now, anyways, fucking, how much? This is why I could never put Adesanya on any type of pound for pound list. When you're fighting men half your own size and you're still struggling with them, how the fuck? I understand you've been a champion for a while and you've made a couple title defenses, and that's all well and good, but it's in a division you don't belong in, first of all. That's number one. And secondly, how are you a pound for pound? Pound for pound. Pound for pound fighters are the guys that are beating bigger people. And I can take this to boxing. Pacquiao, Lomachenko, Alexander Usyk. They've all gone up and fight and beat the shit out of people that were twice their size. Yeah, it's not boxing, bro. Yeah, but the pound for pound list, that comes from boxing, people. It doesn't come from fucking MMA. A pound for pound list was invented by boxing, courtesy of Sugar Ray Robinson, the GOAT. Rest in peace. But this is the type of shit that happens to Adesanya when he fights a man his own size. He lost to Romero. He arguably lost last night. And he lost to Blachowicz, people. And again, all them guys, Vettori, Costa, Romero, Whitaker, Gaslam, they're all half his size. This dude is criminally over-fucking-rated. Is criminally overrated. Okay? And the fact that people have to have the gall to say that he's better than a prime Silva? He's better than a prime Anderson? Are you fucking out of your mind? Anderson Silva is literally the GOAT of all divisions. The only other argument I'm willing to hear with that is GSP. But Barnett, he's the GOAT. He's not the GOAT of, he's not only the GOAT of the middleweights, he's the GOAT of the UFC. That's fucking ridiculous. So I had to come out here and G-check some of you fucking idiots today. Because, first of all, the fight was dog shit. The Ngannou Gain fight was dog shit, but I won money off of Ngannou. I told everybody Ngannou was going to beat him. And the Whitaker Adesanya fight was dog shit, like I said it was going to be. And I made money off Adesanya. So I'm not complaining or you know, because I had money on Adesanya. You know, I like Whitaker. I was rooting for him, but I did put my money on Adesanya, man. But this guy is a fucking criminally overrated hype job. He gets his ass beat every time he fucking fights a man his own size. And again, when he's struggling with dudes that are half his size. So how the fuck is he anywhere near a pound for pound list? He's not even in that fucking conversation, people. That being said, I had to have a little rant about this because both the Whitaker fans and the Adesanya fans were out of line last night. Nobody won that fight 4 rounds to 1. You can make a case it was 3-2 for either guy. I personally scored it 3-2 for Adesanya, but I could understand a 3-2 Whitaker. All right? But this guy, aside of maybe a prime McGregor, that's the only other argument I'm willing to hear for that. Aside of maybe a prime McGregor, he is the most overrated fighter in the history of the UFC, period. That being said, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. God bless you all. The last 2 UFC main events have sucked cock. God bless you all, and stay smooth out there. Salute.